Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm here, Minty Max here. It's been a long time. Oh, yeah, it's been a long time here, but we're back. This is a different type of tutorial. This is going to be on FL Studio, which is a song maker, beat maker software, yeah? So today I'm going to teach you how to make a hip-hop trap-ish beat. This is a simple tutorial, so it's might be pretty short, but it'll get you the basics to learn how to do this stuff. And if you want to see more of these videos, different genres of musics, how to make them and stuff, just leave a comment down below, leave a like, and yeah, without further ado, let's hop in. Alright, so first things first is we're gonna go into our channel rack and just go and choose FL keys right here. FL keys. Once you got that, right click and go to piano roll, so it takes you to the piano roll. And we're just gonna do a 3 note chord, just to make it simple here for you guys. So just choose, I'm gonna do this in a minor key since minor is more spooky and stuff, you know. But yeah. So that sounds good, right? Yeah? So what we're going to do is we're just going to repeat this over a bunch of times. Okay, so that's a little slow, right? So if you go up here to this number, increase that. I'm just going to do it 160. That's a pretty fast tempo, but that's what most trap beats are like. So now let's add a bit of variation by copying and pasting this over. The way I copy and paste it is selecting it all by holding Control, and then hold Shift, and then click the note, and then it'll bring it over. And then what I did is just bring these up to make it a little more interesting, give it more touch. Alright, sounding good. Let's add another sound to make it more interesting. So I'm going to use Nexus. You can use whatever you want. I'm just going to add a quick pad. So let's go to pads. I like this pad, so let's use it. And let's just copy in the exact same notes, but we're going to extend them so they cover it all. Sounds good. Do it over here. So that sounds good, but it's just a little too low. So what we're going to do is just take both of them, Shift click, and then Control up arrow key, and that'll raise it, duplicate it up, so that way it just gives it more range over the octaves. That sounds a lot better. So we're almost on the melody. Let's just add one more. I'm gonna add a softer piano just so it's since this is a background melody, just so we can spice it up a bit more. So let's now let's just add a bit of some other notes just to complement it, to make it kind of give it some like chorus feel by just bringing it down an octave. Oops. That simple, just leave it like that. good. So now let's just add some bass to give it a bit more bass. So I'm gonna use this bass. Right click, piano roll, and let's write in a melody. That sounds good. Right now I'm just gonna change these so your bass doesn't overlap and make a really gross sound. But as you can tell, I pretty much stick to the chords that we used previously because they're in tune. But I know that this 808 is just a little in a different key, so I chose to bring these up because if I put it down here, it's out of key, so I just brought it up so it sounds a bit nicer. So let's just copy this over and change it up a little bit just to give it a bit more variation. So let's bring that up there, and then bring that also up. And I think that should be fine. So now let's select it all, and these things down here, they represent the velocity, as it says right here. If you hold Alt and scroll up, it'll bring it up or down. I'm going to bring it up since the bass should be prominent in a hip hop beat, so it just sounds a bit louder. Just like that. So now that's done. I'm just going to go through these and make sure that it covers all 9 bars, or all 8 bars, just so the 808s aren't by themselves for the last one. And I think the pad can use a bit more variation just because it's a little boring at the moment. So let's just add these. And then if you click these circles, they will mute the tracks, so I'll mute all of them except for the pad. That's not right. That sounds good. There you go. So those sound good. I'll just bring the velocity down to 0. And there you go. So now we have our melodies and the 808s. So what we're going to do now is add some drums. So I'll just get rid of these. And you can use any type of kick you want. I'm going to be using the ones from the Cymatics for sample packs. I'll use the hip hop mostly in this track just since that's an easy one to download. Right off their website, just search up Cymatics. So I'm going to use 2 different kicks. One which is a lower velocity, or lower pitch, and the one which is higher. Just so it covers all ranges but still punches hard. And then I will go to cymbals, hi-hats, and choose one. So I like this one, so I'll bring it there. I clap. That one. And an open hat to give it just some more flow and bounce. And I think that'll be good for now. So what you're going to do is go to your hi-hat, right click on it, and go fill each 2 steps. That'll just fill each 2 steps, obviously. So now we got that. We'll go to the clap. and if you go to the piano roll, it'll be on C5, and you want to go every half bar. So right there, and then right there, there, there. Just copy paste those over. Sounding good. Now let's add some kicks. So we have to do the exact same. So I'll just I'll put in the pattern for one kick, and then I'll just copy and paste that pattern over the other one, so it saves time. So that's that, and I'm just gonna copy and paste that over since the other ones are just copy pasted, and then Control C on this little green square. Go to this one, to the other kick. Control V. And if you noticed, I kind of mashed up the kicks to when the 808s hit, just so it sounds a bit nicer. And you'll see how I'll make it sound even nicer later in the mixing. And I'll just add an open hat here. So I think it's missing just a little bit, so I think I'm gonna add percussion from the Juice WRLD hip hop sample pack. They have some good percussion sounds, like this one, and then I'll just type in a pattern. Go, and I'll just copy and paste this over. So that's sounding good. And I just think we'll have one more. So I know that I think it'll be like a snare to complement the to complement the clap, sorry, just so it adds a bit more bounce. And I know that there is a good snare sound in the Lil Uzi Vert sample pack, so I'll go to that one. Yeah, it's this one. So, and I'll just add this in where I think it sounds good. So there, that sounds fine. And we are pretty much done. So now let's assign these to a mixer track so we can mix and master them. So to do that, these boxes here, you just scroll up to a number that you want to go in one of these. So I'm going to assign my melodies in the first numbers so that it's just easier. That's how I like to organize mine. So you can assign them your same if you want. So I'll do that to 1, 2, 3, then my 808, then my 2 kicks, then my hi-hats, then my claps, then my percussions, then the snare, and that's the open hat. And actually, that just reminded me, I need to make the hi-hats a bit better. So I will make them up, give them some hi-hat rolls just to add more balance to. So I'll do that real quick. That sounds pretty good. So now I will just copy paste it and maybe add a bit of variation to keep it interesting. Switch those around, and I think that should be fine. I'm not going to get into too much detail. And also what I like to do is at the start, when the drop hits, I like just to add another open hat, just so it gives it more impact, just like that. So there you go. That's pretty much the beat. So now let's master it. So what I like to do is these things up the top, it disables the sound. So if you right click it, it'll disable every sound except for that one sound. So that's good if you just want to add effects. So I'm going to do that real quick. So this is the mixer. You can add effects. If you just click one, then you can choose from the effects. I think this piano is a little dry, so I'm going to add some reverb. Okay, so this is what the reverb should look like, and this is what it sounds like. I am also going to add a parametric EQ too to clean up the sound a bit. I'm also going to add a parametric EQ just to clean up the sound a bit. Take away the low end. That sounds good. The pad I think is fine. This could add some reverb. Okay, so now to mix all of them, basically you select them all by holding Control and bringing all the sliders down. And what you want to do is do each individual sound individually by So basically what you're going to want to do is do each individual sound individually. So the melodies and the sound melodies are going to be normally around 21. The 808s are going to be around 12, and kicks around 12, 15. Same with claps. and then hi-hats and everything else are going to be between 21 and 18. So it's good. It's good. It also goes by ear, so I feel like this should be a bit quieter than other sounds. The 808 is loud because rap beats normally have loud, heavy 808s, and also because most headphones don't have good bass, so the bass is actually prominent now. The low kicks are going to be pretty prominent, but the high kicks are going to be quieter, obviously. Hi-hats between 24 and 21. Claps around 15. Rims at 21. Snares around 18. This is all by ear, but this is what I think is good. Hat around 24 is good. Same with the crash. So now that it's mixed, we can go over here and it will be one, right click it and go split by channel, and then it'll make it look like this. Then you want to just select them and bring it onto the into the track, into each track you want, and order it whatever you however you want. This is how I ordered it, so it's kind of simple. Melodies at the top, then 808, then kicks, then hi-hats, then clap, then percussion, snare, crash, and then open hat. Select it all, Control B a bunch of times, and now we structure it. So the way I structure it is, and the way most producers structure it, is to just have the melodies playing at the start. I actually think this should come in later. And also what I'm going to do, this is another trick, it's called automation, is basically these keys, the piano, I'm going to slowly bring them in volume wise. So what you do is you go to that sound, right click this knob, create automation clip, go down to this, to one of these two circles, right click it, copy value. This just does it in case you go, oops, it's a bit higher. You can't get it back perfectly. Right click it, paste value, and that's perfect. So I'm going to bring it back here, paste value so it's in line, oops, and then bring the start down. This middle circle, it adjusts the curve. I'm going to bring the curve down. So now if we listen, you can't really hear it at the start, and then it's starting to come in until it is full volume now. So that's a good quick trick. Another trick that producers use is to introduce the song with just the hi-hats and the claps. So I think this hi-hat pattern is just a little too complex. So I'm going to delete it by right clicking and then going back to the channel rack, hitting this plus, you can name it whatever you want, but I'm not gonna, and then choose the hi-hat you used before or any new hi-hat, set it to the sample, the same channel as the hi-hat that is the more complicated one, right click it, fill every 2 steps, and there you go. Now just plop that in there, select it, Control B a bunch of times, and now this is what you get. So a lot more simpler, and it's just easier for the rapper to sing over, so it's not too complex. And then that's just an easy way to intro the song until the bass drops. So there you go. That is pretty much the beat. The full beat will be on my SoundCloud, which is Minty Beats. So if you just type in Minty Beats on SoundCloud or Minty on the beat, whatever one works, it's fine. That'll be the full beat. So I'll just show you the quick example sneak peek for the full beat, and go check that out. If you want to see me do more of these tutorials, make sure you comment what genre you want me to do next or more tutorials. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, yeah. Subscribe, comment, share, whatever, all that stuff. You know, it's not a big deal. Just do what you want. And here's the beat.